Coming up in episode 4 of the podcast, we'll be taking a look at Rayman 2, The Great Escape, Fishing Kings, and Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, Conviction. So stick around. Hey everyone, I'm Josh.
And I'm Naomi, and welcome to the Gameloft video podcast, your number one source for anything and everything related to Gameloft.
Now, since we first began airing a few months ago, our goal has been to bring you guys the latest previews and exclusives from Gameloft, and this month is no exception.
Exactly. We have some exclusive footage for you guys from the latest of the Splinter Cell series, which I'm really excited about.
Me too.
And it was actually slated for later release, but because our podcast totally rocks, we're bringing you the trailer earlier than expected.
Exactly. And I guess the first game we need to talk about is one that a lot of fans are excited about this month, Rayman 2, The Great Escape, right?
Of course.
Well, we won't. Let's look at Fishing Kings instead. Featuring over 15 beautiful fishing spots around the world, the game offers both freshwater and saltwater locations, including the Bahamas. Fishing Kings is a fully 3D fishing game on the App Store that's sure to be a hit among casual gamers and fishing fans alike. The game offers an underwater camera view that lets players look at fishing in a totally unique and immersive way.
Put yourself in the heart of the action as you struggle to reel in the big one. You control your fishing rod and reel using the accelerometer and touchscreen.
Catch over 30 species of fish, depending on your location, including bass, piranha, and marlin.
Unlock achievements in your Gameloft Live profile. Show off your best scores on the dedicated website and vie for the title of Best Fisherman.
Now, I don't want to brag about my mad fishing skills, but...
So let's not. Next up, we have the trailer for the much-loved Rayman 2, The Great Escape. The release of Rayman 2, The Great Escape, actually marks the first time that a Dreamcast game has been brought over to the iPhone. In fact...
Check it out.
Wow, what happened to your arms and legs?
I know, right? No balls of light shooting from my hands, but it's still pretty cool.
Awesome, I love it.
Yeah, our video department totally stepped it up this month in terms of green screen technology. High five.
Anyway, Rayman 2 The Great Escape was released on March 1st and has since received a really warm welcome from gamers, with a near-perfect rating on the App Store.
The story takes place in a world called the Glade of Dreams. An army of ruthless robot pirates, led by Admiral Razorbeard, have invaded and destroyed the heart of the world in an effort to capture and enslave the inhabitants.
In order to defeat the pirates, Rayman must find 4 ancient masks to awaken Palokus, the spirit of the world.
Rayman's main weapon is his fist, which fires balls of energy at his enemies. The orbs can be charged beforehand to make them more powerful.
During his adventure, Rayman will explore pirate hideouts, hidden forests, waterfalls, caves deep beneath the ocean, and more.
Our final game this month is Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, Conviction, a game I know you're really excited about.
Yes, I love the Splinter Cell games. Sam Fisher returns in this latest chapter of the Splinter Cell series. Gameplay mimics precisely the console version as you assume the role of everybody's favorite super agent.
Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, Conviction introduces a remodeled method of gameplay, making it more action-oriented than its predecessors.
Gameplay mixes stealth and fast-paced action ingeniously. It's unlike anything you've seen in the franchise before, including interrogations and the ability to take human shields.
You can explore a full 3D environment with a wide array of weapons and gadgets.
Innovative stealth moves let you mark and execute your target. Like the other games in the Splinter Cell series, there will be times where you must take cover and wait for the right time to strike.
Enemies will always go after your last known position, giving you a chance to sneak up on them and try for an ambush.
Keep an eye out for Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Conviction coming soon.
And now we'll take the time to answer a few questions from you guys.
Alright, so we have Emmett who asks, what do you think is the hardest part about making a Gameloft game?
Well, that's a good question, Emmett. In our case, there are a lot of steps that each game has to go through. Every level of production, including our artists, programmers, and designers, works hard to meet a level of requirements set by Gameloft. That's why we pride ourselves on high-quality games like Hero of Sparta, Nova Near Orbit Vanguard Alliance, or Modern Combat Sandstorm. All of these games received high praise at the time of their release, and all of these games met with a series of requirements which Gameloft insisted upon in order to achieve the near-perfect game. So to answer your question, the hardest part for us is matching that standard of excellence set by Gameloft, because we'll never release a game until it is perfect. We always make sure that the graphics and gameplay are as polished and smooth as possible, no matter what, which is why sometimes release dates are left unannounced until the last minute or get pushed back.
Alright, so next up we have Peter who says, GT Racing Motor Academy has got to be one of my favorite games on the iPhone. Are there any plans for extra cars/tracks in future updates?
Well, as a matter of fact, an update was released earlier this month for GT Racing Motor Academy, introducing 2 new cars, the Bugatti Veyron and the Toyota Celica. At Gameloft, we're always open to the idea of updating our games. If you have any suggestions, feel free to write in and let us know. But unfortunately, we can't accommodate every request, but feel free to leave us your suggestions and we'll take them into consideration.
Alright, and next up, Adam asks, why are mobile games more popular now compared to last decade?
Well, I think it's because mobile devices today are just so much more than they've ever been in the past. I mean, devices like the iPhone are just so much more powerful than anything people have ever owned before. Basically, to put it in a nutshell, they have larger screens for better graphics, they run faster processors, which basically means a greater variety of gameplay. I mean, I remember playing Snake in black and white on an old cell phone in high school, and I thought that was cool, but it's so outdated now.
And these days, you can get something that's just as good as on a console or on a computer and take it with you to work, to school, or even on a trip.
And you have storylines that are interesting and compelling. And apart from that, you can download brand new games onto your iPhone or look for old classics, like the Oregon Trail, which is one I remember from my childhood. You can get it on your iPhone with just a few taps of the button.
Yeah, also, the iPhone's accelerometer and touchscreen allows for these games to be reimagined in ways that weren't possible before. Plus, the App Store makes these games really accessible and easy to download.
The advancements in technology have just revolutionized video games and the way we play. And that's it for episode 4. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out next month's episode where we'll show you more previews and exclusives, as well as take the time to answer a few more questions from you guys.
If you guys have questions for us, leave them in the comments section of our blog, and we'll try to answer a few each month. In the meantime, if you want some more information or videos, please check out our blog, Twitter page, Facebook account, and YouTube channel.
From Gameloft, I'm Josh.
And I'm Naomi, and you've been watching the Gameloft Video Podcast. Hi everyone, I'm Naomi.
And I'm Josh, and you're watching the Gameloft Video Podcast, your #1 source for anything and everything related to Gameloft.
We always say that.
Say what?
Your #1 source for everything and anything related to Gameloft.
Yeah, it's kind of like a catchphrase.
Yeah, but what if we don't always talk about Gameloft?
What do you mean?
I mean, what if we're not talking about Gameloft and someone else talking about Gameloft, then doesn't that just lose the credit of, like, what we're saying?
I don't know what you're talking about. I think she's a little crazy. So we just won't do that. We'll just talk only about Gameloft, and then you don't need to worry about it.
Okay, so let's do that.
Okay.
Anyways...